What's up, MMO fans? XMMORPG here, bringing you our follow-up review for TERA Online. If you didn't watch our previous video, you should check it now. It's on the screen in the pip. It's a brief introduction to the beginning of the game and what you can expect to see if you join it when it becomes free to play here in coming weeks. We left our hero Ugjas Afterster on the Isle of Dawn. You have to apologise for a stupid name, but I spent about half an hour trying to create names and all of them were disallowed, so I had no choice but to make a really stupid one. By saying nice. Now, if you remember, before we covered the basic questing system, combat and stuff like that, and I'm just going to take you through what you'd expect, not edited. I'm not going to edit out the boring parts. You're going to see exactly what you would see if you were playing the game. There's no point in just showing you all the good bits, because it makes any game look awesome, when every game's got bits that are boring and bits that are dull. The combat in this game is quite interesting. Personally, I think it could do with a better lock-on system. I can't actually remember the key from the last time I played, but it's not as good as what I would consider Raider Z, for example, to be. If you're into the action-packed MMOs, Raider Z has got a similar combat system, so if you want to check that out, we do have a video review on our channel. Just hit the little name below the video and you can have a quick look at that. I'm just going to move on to the next quest hub here. You have to excuse the volume, it's so erratic, it goes extremely high and extremely low, so I've literally got it on 1% of total volume, so it is a bit quiet in places, but it means you can at least hear me. Not that I say anything interesting through most of our reviews, but at least you can hear me. I do think we're getting to a point now where games need to step it up a little bit. You know, this is the same questing system we've seen in 101 MMOs, absolutely tons of them, so they do need to step it up a little bit. As you can see here is the skill system, active and passive. It looks to be a progressive one, so for example combo attack 2, there'll be combo attack 3 down here, whirlwind 1, whirlwind 2, whirlwind 3, etc. Can I just drag that to my bar myself, do I? Brilliant. Again, if you watched the previous video, you did see a few abilities in there because you start off as level 20 in the Prelude, so it shows you some bits here and there. Again, these are all very A and B requests, just back and forth, back and forth. These are the graphics on the maximum settings. They cannot be improved any further without editing any files, so if you've got a rig that can handle it, this is about the best as the game is going to look. It's not too bad, the textures are quite good. What the hell was that? The characters especially are quite detailed. I have seen a few weapon models on passing characters and they are pretty impressive. Although a sprint would be nice. It's currently a pay-to-play MMORPG. They are transferring to free-to-play soon. It is already free-to-play for Korean players and it has been met with a hugely positive response. You know, I think it's like 500 times the amount of players are now playing the game, so it has gone forward incredibly. It has seriously helped the game out, so hopefully it'll do the same thing for this one in Europe and America. But I just think, you know, with titles like Guild Wars, you know, you buy it once, you can just play it forever. MMOs have got to bring something new to the table, and I'm not totally sure TERA does that. Yes, the combat's really good fun. There's a good variety of enemies. Character graphics and some of the scenery is pretty impressive, but when it comes to the very core of the game, it's still very much go to A, go to B, go to A and kill a few monsters, go back to B. It's not, you know, obviously it's very early in the game, but then, you know, if you're going to make a game, you may as well make the start as good as the rest of it. There's no point in having a really boring 2 or 3 hours because people aren't going to stick around to enjoy the better parts of the game. When I played Raider Z, you know, I actually played that past my review. I don't have a lot of games, obviously. I play a lot of MMOs all the time. I review them and then most of the time I move on because I've played so many, none of them really stand out for me. So far TERA hasn't really pressed any of my buttons. I'm not excited to get on and play it. I don't wake up early just to play it, you know, I'm just kind of get around to it when I get around to it. I may be missing something. Obviously there is a very advanced political system in the game where you can run for powerful positions within your territory, so you can do all sorts of political stuff like that, but then again you're not going to experience that until way later in the game, and even then you've got no guarantee you're ever going to get anywhere in it. I've heard good things about the dungeons and a lot of the instances, but again, I've not come across them personally, and I'm not about to waste 50 hours in the game getting to end game to enjoy just based on a bit of hearsay. So TERA Online has yet to impress me, but it's got a bit of time left here to do so. Nice textures there. He's looking cool. Well done. I would say one of the good things is the map. It's nicely placed. You know, I'm not reading any of the quest dialogue. I'm picking it up and heading to the markers on the map, so you know, you don't have to bother reading anything. I suppose that's a choice players make today. You know, personally, I played the Old Republic and the story in that game was great, but then after a while, you know, the typical rubbish quests you get everywhere, I didn't bother to look into. I only followed the main story quests, and here it's just, there's no voiceovers, there's no cutscenes, so to speak, yet. There's no serious details on the story unless you're willing to sit there and trudge through all the reading. So if you're not a story fan, it's definitely for you. It's a very simple pick up and play, grab a quest, move on, grab a quest, move on, repeat. So it's got its perks if you're not a story fan. If you are a story fan, you probably feel it's a little bit lackluster compared to the Old Republic and some of the other story driven MMOs. I would like to see some textures loads at some point here today. It'd be really nice. I'm absolutely zoomed in now, I don't know what's going on. Still no textures. Well, I'd imagine all of these people look really cool with great armor and awesome looking weapons, but we'll just have to guess at that, won't we? I don't know if there's anything else here for me. I have had criticism from my reviews in the past saying I don't give games long enough, but it's you know, you can tell within the first hour of playing a game what the systems are. You know, MMOs don't suddenly reinvent the combat system halfway through. You know, they don't suddenly release a brand new feature 40 levels into the game. Obviously you've got end game instance dungeons and stuff, but more often than not it's pretty much the same old. I've seen the crafting system. You know, I've done some fighting, and that's pretty much what every MMO needs to be unique. Is they need to make a unique crafting system or a unique fighting system. This game does have a unique fighting system. It is impressive. I will definitely give it a high rating based on the combat system alone. But then the rest of it just feels like your typically lackluster RPG. You know, it just doesn't seem. I don't know. I'm bored of the questing. I'm bored of the typical grind quests. You know, I mean, how many MMOs have we played where we've all leveled up to maximum level? You play a new MMO for a new experience, and it's not all that different. You know, you load up, you go in, you fight, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Nice. Nice little freeze there. I think I've actually lost the enemies I was supposed to be fighting. I think I've come a bit too far. Go away. Gilla do. Is that these funny things over here? Yes, it is. Come on then. So it's this early on, and you've only got, you know, I've got one ability, and it's on like a 3 or 4 second cooldown. I do think I need to make the enemies a bit easier to get through. You know, you don't want to be sitting there, because literally what I'm doing is pressing left click over and over and over again, which is not a fun experience for anybody involved, not me or the monsters that I'm chopping up on a regular basis. There's my ability use. Now I rinse and repeat, left click until it dies. See the animation for attack, roll out of the way. The looting system is very old fashioned too. I shouldn't expect to loot every single item when I kill something. Well, there's probably a loot all function somewhere. Oh, I didn't think falling down hurt me, but I guess it does. I guess I'm looking for a different type of that monster, because these aren't rewarding me with anything. Back to the start. That is the negative side effect of not bothering to read the quest. You just skip through it. Eventually you do make a slight prat of yourself, but I guess we kind of deal with that, don't we? That's what I'm running back here. We do have Facebook. You can contact us at facebook.com/XMMORPG. We host regular giveaways for popular MMO games. Recently we had a big Dofus giveaway for the Christmas period. We had some Jade Dynasty giveaways, Perfect World International, a bunch of weapons for Blacklight. We've got tons of giveaways happening on a regular basis, so check the Facebook out. That's usually where we announce our exclusive stuff first. We have got a newsletter that you can sign up to on the website. That's xmmorpg.com. That's got a host of stuff as well. We send you all the latest news, the newest games we add, reviews, previews, videos, all the regular jazz. These are all blooming hardened. I'm gonna kill this one just out of frustration. No MP. Seriously, that move takes MP. Wonder it's nice you can just get it up in combat, I suppose. These are the Gilladoo, and these are the Elder Gilladoos, Horn Gilladoos, Hardened. Which one is the right blooming one? I should check my quest log, but again I can't be asked to read. It is a page play, but there is quite a lot of players. Obviously, you saw earlier on in the town there was quite a good population of players. And for a game as old as this is, not old, but it's old enough. It is nice to see a lot of players in the starting zone still, because some games they just die. You know, you never get any new players in the starting zones at all. And obviously, that's quite a negative aspect. But yeah, there's plenty of players, so there's no shortage of parties and groupies and guilds if that's what you're looking for. The game does boast quite a lot of interesting side features, like the enchanting you just saw come up on screen there, but they don't really come into play too early, and they're not really explained very well in the early stages. So let's see if his weapon's any better. That'll do. I do like the, as I mentioned before in the introduction, the item system is great. You can just look at the bottom, stat totals when equipped, +1 defense to what I've got. It's very nice and easy, it's very quick, you don't have to sit there ages analysing all the items and all the stats, which is quite a pain in the backside, so it's nice just to be able to have a quick look at the item and click it, job done. I can't kill you lot just because you're doing my editing. Wasted. Quest log, let's have a look at this one. Getting some answers. That's quite a nice feature, but again I'm fighting around there. I guess we'll keep going further back. I was hoping to show you guys some more advanced features, but I don't like to edit our reviews, and I like to show you guys exactly what you're going to see in the game, so if you don't like it you don't have to play it. If you do like it you can jump straight in. I don't agree with these reviewers that, you know, put all of the best content, they'll sit there and play for a few hours and then show you the best fight scenes and the best boss battles, because, you know, the good is only as good as the bad, and if the bad is real bad there's no point. Some MP, damn it. Oh, screw it, just hit me, it doesn't hurt that much anyway. Can't attack while jumping, which is quite a disappointment. It'd be nice to be able to jump around, do some slash attacks. I think the large reason behind my negative opinion of a lot of MMOs today is because I have played Guild Wars 2. I did play it for a long time, and it's such a special MMO. It really does put a lot of the competitors to shame. You know, despite the fact the combat system in this game is quite unique, I found Guild Wars 2's combat system to be just as fun, just as exciting. And obviously you've got the daily quests, zone quests, all them ones you can just jump into dynamically, which adds a lot to a game. So I suppose it's, you know, if I hadn't played Guild Wars 2, I'd probably be a lot more into this one. But I just find it to be a bit lackluster in the questing area specifically. It's just very, very same old, very run-of-the-mill. Which are not really words you want to use when you're describing a game. You know, you want to use It's a devastating combat system, and all the quests are really immersive and full of story and background, and these are just as good as go here and kill 10 sheep. Quest complete. Walk to the gold star, hand it in, and repeat. I'm currently level 3. I haven't played at all from the introduction video, so that was about half an hour it takes to get to this stage, and then obviously I'm about 15 minutes in, I'm still level 3. Obviously I haven't done the quest as fast as some people because I'm an idiot and don't read stuff. Elder or hardened ones. Okay. Another thing I do find disappointing about games like this, you know, there's the same monster here 3 different times, which is, you know, a bit rubbish. You know, I expect them to be rinsed and repeated at some point, but not to the point of where you've got these guys here and the same type of monster with a different name 10 seconds that way. You know, I've seen the bestiary. There are some really good looking mobs later on, you know, but again they do get rinsed and repeat, which I don't agree with, but then I suppose they have got a budget. Congratulations, you are now level 4. What does that do? Nothing. Obviously this is just a basic melee class. There are a lot of classes, 8 classes in total, and 8 races. The races are not restricted, so you can pick any race and they're all available to all classes, although each race does have a racial benefit. For example, some can, you know, receive less damage when they fall below 20% health, so obviously they're built for tanking. So there are widely accepted perfect builds, but then, you know, you can just screw the majority and go with what you like if you really want to. But, you know, if I was to record any MMO the first half an hour, and this is pretty much what you'd be seeing. You know, just the same mobs, the same quests, the same objectives, the same loot. It's really just not what it should be. You know, I had heard bits about it here and there. I've kind of avoided following it, but I have heard some bits about it here and there. I was expecting something a bit more fast paced. It is still very slow, very hotkey based, although it does boast a really action system. It's nice to be able to dodge and have an auto attack on left click instead of just auto attacking, but I think they're all features that have been used before in many MMOs, so if you're a hardcore fan, you probably won't find anything new here. If you're a new MMO fan, you haven't played many, this is probably a great MMO to start on, because it does have, you know, the best of the best features. It's just they've all been used so many times, it's stale right now. I'll be amazed if anyone's actually still watching the video at this point, because I'm playing the game and I'm bored and you guys are just watching it. One more to kill. And then run back to the star again. Well, hey, hey. You know, it's in a pattern yet? Yeah, I've done this about 12 times now. It's just, it's already boring. The game is already the same as everything else out there. You know, there really is no difference. I'm just picking up quests, killing stuff, picking up new quests, killing the same stuff. Where are you running off to? That guy over there. You know, as a pay-to-play title, I wouldn't rate this game very highly at all. You know, I'd probably be pushing for a 4 or 5 out of 10 in terms of value for money. I would not be happy if I paid for a game like this when there's far better options out there. However, transferring to a free-to-play model which means you get all this for free. There aren't many MMOs that can match the graphics of this without a subscription. There aren't many MMOs without a subscription that have the features as game boasts, especially the stuff like the political system and stuff like that. So right now, quite a negative review. When it turns free to play, it probably will bring in a lot of players because it does have some stuff going for it. It's just as a pay to play, it is not worth a regular subscription fee. Oh, bit of story, is it?
Look for piglins clustered around a set of trees. Beckus the Wicked has a thing for piglins, I guess.
He's killing the pigs.
Something his own size. Or at least something that's not a pig.
So I've got to travel back to where I just came from to stop a giant tree from slaying a bunch of pigs. At least it was a cutscene in the voiceover. That's a slight improvement on what I've experienced so far. That guy was back here, right? I'm going to get my journal up just to be sure. Yeah, he's just over here slaying the helpless, innocent, pork-bellied pigs. Chasing that guy. Want a hand there, fella? Missed. Probably can't hear it in the background, but the boss music has just kicked in. This is exactly the same as the other trees. He's just got far more HP. Come on, throw out a special move or something. No, exactly the same and everything. Die, you evilly wicked tree. Slice, slice, slice. I think instead of 1-1-1, it's just left mouse, left mouse, left mouse. Go and tell Mr. Nevik I've completed the quest. Identical, but I'll put it on anyway. Great, give me a reward that I can't use. See, again, that's an old mechanic. You know, games have adapted to the point now where the quests know what class you are and they reward you something based on your class rather than getting a bunch of useless items. This game isn't there yet, which is again, there's another downside when you compare it to other popular MMO titles. So yeah, it's really very negative so far. Can I talk to these? I'll have to kill these guys, so again I'm not bothering to read the blooming thing anywhere. I'm checking my MP bar, I'm just randomly mashing buttons. I'd imagine if the game was more like this, where I had hundreds of little things all attacking me at once, then that'd be great. Clean kill a kill without getting hit, is it? Oh look, more walking trees. So the game may evolve at some point, you know, in 5 levels time you may only fight big groups of mobs, But as I said before, you know, if they don't pull you in the first hour in this industry, a lot of people just leave. They just go elsewhere. You know, there's so much choice and so much variety in online games today. You've really got to pull something special out of the bag straight away, or they just won't hang around. And as I said before, as a regular player, I would have turned off by now. I'd have uninstalled it and just moved on to something else. Excellent. New level. It's probably going to buy some more skills, but I can't be asked to walk all the way back. Well, it doesn't really appear to be much I can show you guys at the moment. Obviously you saw a very brief part of crafting, but again, it's just grab stuff, pick it up, make it into stuff. You can enchant things, which is quite cool, but again, it's been done many a time. Let's see if there's an enchantment interface here. No, it's not. There it is. Apparently it doesn't want to show up. Yeah, so just pick an item with slots. I don't really mind got slots. Put it in there, enchant it, job done. Very simple, very friendly interface. We do usually with our reviews, we'll sort of give a video review showing you guys what the game offers, talk about what we think about it. For a full review, you will see a link in the description below. That's to the full text review. That's a typical review telling you the good bits, the bad bits, the overall score, our final rating, that kind of stuff. So if you want to have a look at that, check the description below. Don't forget to visit the website at XMMORPG.com. We have tons of stuff going up all the time, news articles every day, giveaways, beta events, all sorts of random stuff, so make sure you check that out. Don't forget to hit the big subscribe button, should be on your screen right now. We do appreciate all of our subscribers. If you've got any feedback about the video, positive or negative, please let us know so we can improve our videos in the future. A bit of crafting is that? Well, hey, there we go. And don't forget to check the Facebook at facebook.com/XMMORPG. Thanks for watching. I will catch you guys again next week.